Shōgun, episode 4, now out. Let's talk about it. Okay, so episode 4 of Shōgun is now out for you guys to go and check out. And look, I think this is the best show on TV right now. The first 3 episodes are incredible. The writing, the production, the cinematography, the characters, everything about those first 3 episodes are top tier TV. We are talking, this so far has been at the level of a House of Dragon, The Last of Us. Like, we're talking Chernobyl. We're talking that level of quality here right now with Shōgun, with the first 3 episodes. I was so excited for episode 4, and man, did episode 4 not disappoint. This may be the best episode yet in the whole entire show so far. This episode is full of just beautifully choreographed scenes. And what I mean is the scenes between the Englishman and the girl who I believe her name is Anna. She plays in Monarch Legacy of Monsters, which is insane because you see her in that. She was good in that. And then here, she's just a whole class in her own class right now. She is incredible in it. But between Anna and Cosmos, their whole entire interactions throughout this whole entire episode are incredible. Just the layers to these characters, the layers to their relationship, the bond that they are building between each other is insane. It's brilliant. The writing is top tier. You know, there's this one scene where they're just sitting there. They're having dinner. And he, obviously, you remember the lady who had to kill her infant and her husband died early on in the first episodes. Well, she's like, sort of like, not like a maid, but she's there to give anything that the Englishman needs. Anything that he wants, she's there to make happen in that. And there's this beautiful moment where he gives her a gun that he has. And he gives it to her as a gesture of like, I'm sorry for my bad manners. Because the scene before that, which was so freaking awesome to see, was when he had his guns and he's having a standoff there with the other, like, other characters there that are part of, you know, the uncle, the one that we don't all trust. Yeah, the guy that's, you know, says he's loyal, but we know he's not. He's got some ulterior motives going on here. He's still trying to be loyal to the council. Meanwhile, Toranaga, I believe that's how you pronounce the name. I probably butchered it. Lord Toranaga. He's trying to say, like, I'm part of you, but he's not really. Well, his men are there, and they're trying to take him to go train for the cannons and that. And he's standing there with the guns, but he ends up giving the guns to her, to his, like, the woman that's there, supposed to be, you know, helping him with things. And when the guy asks for the guns, she pulls the gun on him, and the Englishman's like, damn, well done. So he gives that as a gesture, and then she goes and gets her swords, her father's swords, and offers it to him. And look, it's just talking in a room. But that scene is so powerful, and just the development of these characters is incredible. And then you get to the scene where he's bathing towards the end of the episode, and, you know, Anna's character comes along, and she starts to tell him about her backstory, where she came from, what happened to her. So we start to expand the lore there. But it's met with this moment where he says to her that she doesn't owe him anything. She doesn't need to tell him anything like that. But it's them opening up to each other, telling each other about the experience. When she asks, what is London like? Like, what would you do there? And she's picturing all that happening in her head. And they're building this bond further and further, deeper and deeper. And then it's met at that moment where they actually, you know, bed with each other. And it's just this beautiful progression from where they started to where they are. I'm really enjoying that whole relationship and those characters. I think the writing for him is phenomenal, and the acting is superb. We're talking Emmy level, award-winning acting going on right now in this show. These two are just carried this episode on their back. But look, the cannon scenes are freaking awesome. Like, let's be real, the cannon scenes are awesome. But man, that ending. Let's talk about the ending, because my jaw was literally dropped on the ground. I'm sitting there when they're like setting up for the cannons. I'm like, okay, all right. Obviously, we had the conversation earlier with the son and the nephew there, where they're talking, and the nephew's trying to manipulate him into doing something that they want to do, and that because obviously the nephew has been told maybe you should be the lord of the village, not your uncle. So he's already getting manipulated and stuff's going on with that. This is what I love about the show. It's like so many people are trying to manipulate people and move pieces to gain power in certain situations. It's incredible. It's fantastic writing to be able to do that and maneuver them. But then we get the moment where I believe it's pronounced Lord Ishino, something like that. I probably butchered it. But his men are there because they've come over to be like, yo, you need to come back to Osaka to come and pledge your loyalty to the council and stuff like that. So he's like, the uncle's like, nah, man, I'll show you what we've got here. And then, you tell him that we have this and then, we could take over together and everything like that. But the son of Lord Toranaga has other ideas. So when he moves everyone away and just the men are there on their horse and that, next thing you know, cannon starts shooting. And there's just body bits going everywhere. Blood going. I wasn't expecting this. I was not expecting to see this in this episode. Nothing was pointing towards bloodshed like this happening. But this is the start of the war. This is the first move. And he is just blowing people to bits. And then he goes up and walks up to... I think it's Josen is his name. He's like lying on the ground trying to get up. He's missing an arm, blood everywhere. He's pale. And I'm sitting there like, bro, this show is freaking awesome. Meanwhile, I'm like, how is this going to impact things happening now? Now, obviously, the war's happening. And it was incredible. It really was. I thought the effects were stunning. That's what I think about this show is just the production level of this show is incredible. The cinematography is gorgeous, man. It really is. The set designs, they just look like you're in feudal Japan in that time period. The costumes are incredible. And then the makeup, the effects, the practical effects to showcase this person missing an arm, blood, looking like he's on deathbed already. This is top tier, man. If you're not watching Shōgun, what are you guys doing? Because this is the best show on TV right now. Like, nothing comes close to this. It's just taking everything to another level. And this episode, between the characters, between the motivations, between the lore, the world building, the cinematography, everything about this show so far is incredible. And this episode, I was just hooked the whole entire episode. I just don't want it to end. I just want to keep watching it. I just keep watching it. It's that good, man. So let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Did you guys enjoy episode 4? Smash your comments down in the section below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.